Welcome back to my all-time classic channel. So today I'll be sharing with you how to make the also perfect Japanese strawberry roll cake. Well, these cakes are so soft, so fluffy, super delicious, and it melts in your mouth. Well, many of you have been asking how to make the perfect roll cake. Well, some of the common issues that I face is why does my cake start to crack during the rolling process? Or why does my cake surface start to peel off? Well, in this video, I'm going to share with you all my secrets to the perfect roll cake. So keep watching and let's get started!
So, let's start with preparing the ingredients for the cake. Now, this recipe uses 4 large eggs that weigh out about 55 to 60 grams each. First of all, in a clean bowl, add in your milk and corn oil. Mix until they are fully incorporated. Okay, so next, add in your sifted cake flour. Now, the secret to a light and airy, soft roll cake is to actually sieve your flour. Sifted cake flour does make a huge difference in terms of the texture of the end product. So, sieve your flour. Don't worry if your batter is slightly thick. You're going to add in the egg yolks. Add in the egg yolks one at a time and make sure you mix them well until fully incorporated before you add in the next yolk. Lastly, don't forget your vanilla essence. Once you're done, you should get a consistency like this. If your batter is a little thick, you can add in a tablespoon or 2 of milk to thin out the batter. Next, time to make the meringue. Now, the secret to a good meringue is to make sure that you use a clean and dry bowl to beat the egg whites, because meringues do not whip well in the presence of oil and water. Start by adding a tablespoon of lemon juice into the egg whites and mix them on a medium speed until frothy. Then, you can start adding 1/3 of the sugar and turn up the speed to medium-high speed. Continue whipping while gradually adding in the rest of the sugar until soft peak is reached. Once you've reached a soft peak like this, you can stop the mixer. Now, another tip is that you do not want to overwhip the meringue, as I find a stiff peak meringue tends to crack easily while rolling the cake. Next, the crucial step. Pick 1/3 of the meringue and gently fold it into the egg yolks batter until just incorporated. Folding is a very gentle way of mixing the batter to prevent entrapped air from escaping. In this cake, you don't want your meringue to deflate due to the overmixing, because then you won't have a light and airy roll cake. Then continue to fold in another 1/3 of your meringue in a gentle way with a whisk. Finally, pour the mixture back into the meringue. Gently fold in the batter until just incorporated. then switch to use a spatula to make sure the batter is evenly mixed. Don't want to leave out any meringue at the bottom. Once the batter is done, pour them onto a lined pan. Here I'm using a 31 x 31 cm square pan. Well, some people prefer to use a rectangular pan, or it's up to you, as long as the pan is around the same size. Then spread the batter evenly with a spatula or with a pastry scraper if you have them. Bake them in a preheated oven at 160 degrees Celsius for about 25 minutes. Then raise the temperature to about 175 degrees Celsius for another 3 to 5 minutes just to brown the top. Now, the 3 to 5 minutes with the raised temperature is really important so that your cake surface doesn't peel off easily during the rolling process. Look how beautiful they are. Once out from the oven, immediately invert the cake and remove the parchment paper at the bottom. Then leave it to rest until it's not warm to touch anymore. Then it's time to prepare the fillings. I have some cold whipping cream over here, some icing sugar and some fresh strawberries. Now, sharing another tip with you, it's actually easier to whip your cream when it's cold. So place a bowl of ice underneath and then add in your cold whipping cream and icing sugar into a chilled bowl. Start whipping the cream until it's firm enough. Now it's time to roll the cake. The brown side of the cake will be facing down as it's going to be the top of the cake roll. I've also made a few score lines halfway through the depth of the cake, but of course don't cut all the way through. Now another secret to share is to actually roll your cake while it's still warm. I find this way the cake will not crack that easily. Then simply apply a generous amount and a generous layer of the whipped cream. I've also have some strawberries cut into slices, and I've placed them in a row, and then cover it up with a generous amount of the whipped cream again. to do all these steps really quickly because you want to roll your cake while they are still warm. Then use your hands to slowly roll the cake on the parchment paper. Pardon me about the mess, but hey, don't worry if it gets a little messy, practice makes perfect. Once it's rolled up, secure the roll by twisting the parchment paper at the both ends. Place the roll cake into the fridge to set for at least 30 minutes before cutting them. You can then slice off the both ends before serving for a cleaner finish. Ta-da! This cake is really soft, light and fluffy, and it's really like melting in your mouth. It's just a perfect match with the strawberries and whipped cream. And most importantly, it's not too sweet at all. Try it yourself. If you like my video, don't forget to hit like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more.